On August 29, 2019, Defen Ho released Wan Lin's independent investigation report in a press conference held in Taipei. At 14:14, the Education Division of the Taipei Representative Office in the UK emailed Clive Wilson, raising 3 questions. One was President Tsai's thesis the only one not to be included in the transfer list from the University of London to LSE Library, or was this the case with other theses, as well? At 14:30, Wilson sent his answer to O'Connor. I am not aware of any other thesis missing from the transfer list, but we did take over 600 LSE theses that we did not already have a copy of. So not having a copy of Dr. Tsai's thesis originally was not unusual. At 14:59, O'Connor requested clarification. The last part is perhaps a bit unclear, open to misinterpretation. From what you're saying, we just don't know if there were any others missing, as they simply weren't included or listed, that is, it's an unknown unknown, as Donald Rumsfeld might say, is that right? Wilson provided the clarification at 15:29. We do not know if other theses were missing from the transfer list, but received over 600 theses that had not originally been presented to LSE at the time of their award. According to Rachel Maguire's email on March 21, 2022, the truth is Tsai's doctoral thesis was not one of those 600 theses, presumably because the Senate House Library never had it. On September 16, 2019, Tsai's office emailed Wilson again, recommending the LSE consider issuing statements reconfirming that Tsai had been awarded a PhD, or filing lawsuit against smear tactics. The next day, Wilson forwarded the request to Daniel O'Connor. I presume no change to our wait-and-see position. O'Connor responded at 14:26. We have already made a number of statements to the media and individuals. We could put out a repeat of the statement, if useful. I don't think there would be much appetite to initiate a lawsuit, however. Wilson emailed Tsai's office at 11:53 p.m. I'm told that LSE isn't really interested in filing a lawsuit. The communications team seemed to be happy to reissue a statement confirming the correct award of the degree, but what channel do you think it should go through? Tsai's office responded on September 18, 2019, at 10:37, once again expressing its confidence in LSE's press statement. As LSE is one of the leading academic institutions in the world, any statement issued by LSE certainly carries weight by itself. 4 points were requested to be included in the new press statement to be released on LSE's official website. LSE had already confirmed point 1. University of London and LSE records confirm that Tsai Ing-wen was awarded a PhD in law in 1984. Point 2 was, LSE is in possession of all relevant information pertaining to Dr. Tsai's degree, including Tsai's successful Viva exam in October 1983. At the time, Tsai's office knew what records could be found in Tsai's LSE student file because Sue Donnelly had already sent it to Tsai's office for Tsai to file her criminal defamation complaint. In addition, point 2 is inconsistent with the Information Commissioner's finding on November 26, 2021. LSE still retained Tsai's LSE student file, which only dealt with Tsai's activities at the LSE, and this did not include details of her final examination or Viva. Point 3 was, this procedure is in line with the school's regulations. It was confirmed by Simeon Underwood, LSE Academic Registrar, in 2015. In 2019, it was confirmed by Mark Thompson, LSE Academic Registrar. It was also confirmed by Marcus Cerny, Deputy Director of the LSE PhD Academy. But even Wilson, a low-ranking manager at the LSE Library, knew LSE had no jurisdiction to confirm that. Point 4 was, A PhD degree is only awarded once a candidate has provided a copy of the successful thesis. While the original copy of Dr. Tsai's thesis cannot currently be located, it is not the only one missing, and a hardbound copy of this thesis is currently available at the LSE library. On September 26, 2019, LSE received Google alerts that a student at the University of Tokyo, Todai, had unearthed an index of theses and dissertations published by IALS in 1985 that listed Tsai PhD thesis. The index document was clearly inconsistent with the Senate House Library Old Card Catalog, the Senate House Library Online Catalog, the IALS Library Online Catalog, and the IALS Library's Classmark records, but LSE believed it was good news. Most importantly, it is inconsistent with the UOL's response on January 11, 2022, which admitted that UOL never received Tsai's doctoral thesis. Wilson emailed O'Connor at 9:54. "Ha, that's fantastic. I was actually planning a visit to IALS to look at the old printed version of Index to Theses for exactly the same reason. We didn't keep it once it went electronic." Wilson also reported that, "You may also have seen that the President's office announced on Monday that she would put an electronic copy in Taiwan's theses depository. They have also offered us a copy, and a replacement printed copy that doesn't have the missing pages. It indicates that they all knew that the printed copy of Tsai's thesis had missing pages." At 10:01, O'Connor suggested Wilson to take a photo of the hard copy of the IALS index. Wilson went and responded at 13:57. "I've found our copy of the book the student found and made a quick video, because I am sad. This book is in a number of UK libraries and several in Germany, Holland and Spain. It was reviewed in at least 2 law journals." He reported that the digital copy of Tsai's thesis available at the National Central Library website was beautifully clean with none of the scruffy photocopying of the printed copy collected by the LSE library. He then reminded his colleagues that Tsai's office was still hoping LSE would make a repeat statement, and asked if LSE could make the repeat statement when Tsai's office supplied an online copy to LSE. LSE's original plan on June 12, 2019, was to make the electronic copy of Tsai's doctoral thesis available at LSETO, and add a link to Tsai's doctoral thesis in LSETO to the press statement to show the existence of Tsai's doctoral thesis. After the National Central Library made the digital copy of Tsai's personal copy available online, O'Connor updated the standard reply on October 1, 2019, even though the digital copy was not made available through LSETO. Dr. Tsai Ing-wen recently provided the LSE library with a facsimile copy of the thesis, Unfair Trade Practices and Safeguard Actions. I understand a digital copy has also been provided to Taiwan's National Central Library. O'Connor then provided the link to the digital copy at the National Central Library's website. The inquiries kept coming in. On October 7, 2019, at 12:11, O'Connor proposed to put a catch-all statement on LSE website to avoid a waste of everyone's time. At 12:58, O'Connor drafted the statement. This is a comparison of the relevant parts of the press statement proposed by O'Connor on September 17, 2019, when he accepted Tsai's office's recommendation to release a new press statement, the media statement updated on October 1, 2019, and the press statement he drafted on October 7, 2019. A facsimile copy of the thesis was changed to a facsimile of Tsai's personal copy of the thesis, and omitted the material fact that the copy was created in 2019. Only 5 days ago, on October 2, 2019, LSE was alerted that the printed copy of Tsai's thesis collected by the LSE library and the electronic copy available at the National Central Library website were not identical. In response to the alert, O'Connor admitted that the hardbound copy collected by the LSE library was not a facsimile of the thesis, but a facsimile of Tsai's personal copy of the thesis from 2019. Before October 2, 2019, LSE was willing to release a press statement to, categorically, confirm Tsai's 1984 PhD. After October 2, 2019, categorically was deleted. O'Connor relied on the listing of Tsai's thesis in the IALS index document found by the University of Tokyo student to prove the existence of Tsai's thesis, but did not include points 2 to 4 requested by Tsai's office in the drafted statement. Thought UOL never received a copy of Tsai's successful thesis. Fiona Metcalf added a line to the drafted statement, claiming that UOL lost Tsai's original thesis. At 1347, Metcalf amended that line. However, it has recently been discovered that the University of London Senate House Library are unable to find the hard copy of the thesis. The next day, October 8, 2019, at 9:35, O'Connor sent the drafted website statement to his colleagues. It was based on previously agreed statements and deliberately did not go into the range of claims and counter-claims being circulated. At 13:09, O'Connor informed Fang Longxi that LSE would put up the statement on the website later that day. The statement did not go into all the details being requested by Tsai's office on September 18, 2019, but provided an overview. The statement was live on the LSE official website on October 8, 2019, at 13:39. Binda Rai, communications director at UOL, was concerned by the statement, specifically the new line added by Metcalf, stating that the Senate House Library was unable to find the hard copy of Tsai's doctoral thesis. O'Connor suggested to delete the line and everyone could not care less. The next day, October 9, 2019, at 5:12 Seattle time, she suggested that LSE included the catalog number assigned to Tsai's doctoral thesis by the Senate House Library in the press statement. She believed the catalog number would be the most critical evidence to end all speculations. O'Connor considered the catalog number not actually useful. He checked with Wilson, a librarian and representative of the LSE library in the team, who once advocating that Tsai's thesis had been catalogued and listed in all the places you would expect to see a thesis listed. He was also the one who went to IALS and made a quick video of the IALS index document because he was sad. This time around, Wilson admitted that he had already checked with the Senate House Library about a month ago and had never received a reply. He was nervous about following up and stated that the question of that initial cataloging of the thesis just seemed to go in circles. On October 10, 2019, at 9:31, someone at UOL, most likely Binda Rai, emailed her colleagues at UOL, informing them that she had been through the pros and cons and recognized the need for the LSE to post the press statement on the LSE official website and was happy with the final version. At 9:45, O'Connor informed UOL that LSE's press statement was reposted on the website. LSE did not categorically confirm Tsai's 1984 PhD. The hardbound copy collected by the LSE library was identified as a facsimile of a personal copy of the thesis, and LSE relied on the IALS index document to prove the existence of Tsai's thesis. At 10:38, Rachel McGuire emailed O'Connor. A common thread to the questions are the names and dates. Can we add these to the statement please? I was hoping we'd had a request through what do they know we could link to, but no luck there. It indicates that LSE was required to disclose more than one names and more than one dates under the UK Freedom of Information Act 2000. It was most likely prompted by the FOIA request submitted by Michael Richardson, an independent journalist, on October 2, 2019. Richardson demanded to know the names of SAI's supervisor and Viva examiners, the Viva exam date and the date of the examiner's signatures of approval. O'Connor, Media Relations Manager, made the final decision, disregarding the professional judgment of the Information and Records Manager, and violating the UK Freedom of Information Act 2000. I understand the reasoning, but I really don't want to add anything more to the statement. Every time we give a bit more info, they just come back with more questions. We have to draw the line somewhere. They thought the controversy would blow over fairly quickly like in 2015. However, after the press statement was posted on the website, LSE's inbox was full of complaints. LSE decided not to engage and not to feed the trolls.